Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Insan as a Prime Minister. Today, I stand before you to argue that this House regret the social media of influencer. An influencer is an individual who has built a significant following on social media platform or other digital channel and has the ability to sway the opinion, behavior, and purchasing decision of their audience. Influencers typically create and share content related to a specific niche such as fashion, beauty, fitness, travel, or lifestyle, among others. They utilize their online presence, charisma, expertise, or relatability to cultivate a loyal following and engage with their audience through various forms of content, including photo, video, blogs, or live stream. Influencers often collaborate with brand and business to promote product or service to their followers. Their influencers stem from the perceived authenticity, expertise, or aspirational lifestyle they project, which resonates with their audience. The level of influence an individual can vary widely, ranging from micro-influencer with a smaller but highly engaged following to macro-influencer or celebrities with millions of followers. While social media platforms have undeniably transformed the way we communicate and interact, the emergence of influencers has insignificant negative consequences on our society. I will present 3 key points to support my argument. First, the rise of social media influencers has led to a culture of superficiality and materialism. Influencers often promote a lifestyle centered around consumerism, flaunting their luxurious possession and extravagant experience. This has a detrimental effect on the values and aspiration of young people who are increasingly influenced by this online personality. Instead of encouraging personal growth, education, or meaningful contribution to society, the focus has shifted toward the pursuit of fame, fortune, and constant need for validation through likes and followers. The shift in priorities undermines the development of genuine human connection and the pursuit of true happiness. Secondly, social media influencers significantly influence the mental health of younger generation. Their carefully crafted content and the constant demand for portraying a flawless image often result in feeling or inadequacy and low self-esteem among those who compare themselves to this idealized life. Lastly, the rise of social media influencers has negatively influenced the quality of content and the erosion of trust. As influencers prioritize popularity and sponsorship deals, the authenticity of their content often take a backseat. Sponsored posts and product endorsement become prevalent, blurring the line between genuine recommendation and paid advertisement. This commercialization of online platforms leads to a loss of trust among followers who might feel deceived or manipulated. Furthermore, the pursuit of like and engagement incentivizes influencers to prioritize creating sensationalized content over meaningful and information contribution. This shift diminishes the value of knowledge and expertise, replacing it with clickbait titles, superficial challenge, and other attention-grabbing tactics. To conclude the argument that I have been present, we are regret the rise of social media influencers. Thank you.
I'm Roudhotul from opposition team. As leader of opposition, I disagree with the point that Prime Minister has stated influencers often promote a lifestyle centered around consumerism, flaunting their luxurious possession and extravagant experiences. This has a detrimental effect on the values and aspirations of young people who are increasingly influenced by these online personalities, because influencers don't always promote a consumerist lifestyle that seems to show off luxurious possession. Instead of influencer promoting a product, we can see which product is suitable for use. For example, on the Instagram Sefudin account managed by David, the influencer reviews and promote gadget. Then will the followers or viewers of the account become consumptive by looking at the ad content? This can be said to depend on each individual, as long as society can encourage people or young people to cultivate a consumptive attitude, particularly with influencers who reviews products such as gadgets. It can help people choose the best product to use. So, having an influencer doesn't always promote or encourage people to behave consumptively by flaunting their luxury position. The arrival of social media, particularly Instagram, in 2010 transformed influencer marketing and provide a platform unprecedented in scope and accessibility. Early adopter Instagram influencers were able to build huge loyal followings. In the years that followed, Instagram users grew exponentially from 100 million in 2013 to more than a billion today. As platform grew, influencer marketing grew with it. Celebrities on social media also became the norm during this time, making them more accessible than ever to their fans. While market research showed that people were more likely to trust an influencer to choose the product. By the end of the decade, 86% of companies had allocated part from their marketing budget to influencer marketing. Social media users were used to seeing sponsored content and even seeking it out to find products they might like. Influencer marketing had arrived and was showing no sign of slowing down. Influencers have several benefits influencer marketing to maximize business. The first is increasing brand awareness. An influencer not only grows the trust of their followers in a business, but an influencer will also make his followers know and remember a product or service they promote. So followers will prefer product or service used by an influencer they like. If you are building a new business, an influencer marketing strategy can be a great way to increase brand awareness. The second is influencer marketing, making your product the center of attention. When you are carried out an influencer strategy in your business, influencer mean that they can help you make your product the center of attention for many followers. One example is Instagram influencers. And if influencers use your product, then these followers will see what the influencer is wearing, and most of the followers will be interested and buy your business product. We oppose the motion, and this host doesn't regret of social media influencer.
I'm going to start my speech in 3, 2, 1. I'm Dr. Amalia from the Prime Minister's side. And ladies and gentlemen, we must know that the world of social media influences is not as honest and exciting as it's cracked up to be. Do you want to live the rest of your years just looking up to how social media influencers live? Of course not. There's so much we don't know about their real image, even though we keep their updates every second, every minute, and every day. It is so frustrating to see how our life is literally how social media influencers live, who have different privileges than us. And that's why we must stop this culture where social media influencers bring us more harm than good. I'm going to talk about 2 things in this debate. The first is why do social media influencers have a high chance of damaging people's mental health, and second, I have a response to the leader of opposition. First, my partner, the Prime Minister, has stated that influencers could promote materialism to their followers, and it is true that influencers often show how privileged they are, and it makes people want to live like them besides their ability. It even damages their mind if the obsessions become bigger and bigger each time. Then, why do we think that the social media influences can lead to our people's mental damage? Remember that the government sites remember that the government side stands on the point that before social media influences became a trend, become a culture, there won't be a debate about this motion as we did in this occasion. And we have to know that the term mental damage is referred to health condition involving changes in emotion, way of thinking, and behavior, or the combination of these three things. And with this, social media influences have the ability to shape beauty standards in our society. And here's how it's done. Social media influences can showcase various beauty trends, products, and aesthetics to a wide range, to a wide audience, to their followers. And they introduce new beauty ideals and promote specific standards through their posts, videos, stories. And it is largely a result of women unconsciously comparing themselves to their peers or to the influencers and celebrities that they follow. And therefore, social media has increasingly been given the power to validate and evaluate women. Now, what if it didn't happen today? People might feel comfortable embracing their own natural features and imperfection, and we will understand that nobody is perfect and having flaws are okay. And authenticity will be emphasized, and the focus might shift towards self-acceptance rather than striving for an idealized image. And without social media influences shaping beauty standards in our society, individuals, people might be more inclined to express their unique style and preferences. Beauty choices will be so much different than today, and they will be driven by their personal taste rather than the influence of popular figures. And it is leading to a broader spectrum of beauty ideals and aesthetics. So it is important to recognize the beauty standard has existed long before the social media's rise, and society, culture, and historical aspect are the things that shape beauty ideals, and these influences will still persist even without social media influences. And secondly, the leader of opposition has stated that social media influences do give a big help to brands to promote their product or service. I agree with this point that social media influencers make many brands approach them to work together to grow their business. And the selection of an influencer might have different ideas or tips and tricks, and in disseminating a product by applying self-selling that can create testimonials that can provide trust to the influencer's followers. And these social media influencers will be paid if they have promoted goods or service from a brand through their posts, videos, and stories. And through these uploads, the public, especially the influencers' followers, will become aware, and they begin to develop a sense of interest in what the influencer is promoting. However, this is a hole. This is a gap for bad people to take advantage of. A while ago, there were news spread about a digital investment scam by big company in the form of NFTs or digital assets that can be used as proof of ownership of goods that can be purchased with cryptocurrency. And it is used the surface of the influencers to promote it. Many people become a victim of this scam because the influencers' actions in showing off their wealth, showing off how rich they are in social media, and it is what makes victims become convinced and believe in doing investment trading that can benefit, that can give so much benefits and make someone instantly rich by investing in trading from these illegal investment platforms. The main target in this illegal investment is the people who are obsessed with getting wealth in a short time or instant. The mode used by the influencers who provide investment offers by giving a large amount of money in hope that the generated money will be multiplied so many times. But however, sadly, it turns out that what is promised didn't match with the expected result. Then we need to know that indeed, if social media influencers are if social media influences are not as developed as they are now, the level of fraud is still high among our society. However, with this culture where social media influences has rise, the types of fraud began to develop, and it targets more people to become the victim. Good thing we had this debate on this for occasion, and once again we proudly oppose the opposition team, and we stand out. We regret the rise of social media influences. Thank you.
I'm Yamana from the opposition team as deputy leader opposite. I want to rebut the argument from DPM which says that influencers can damage people's mental health. Next, I will support the arguments from the LO and I will present my argument. First, DPM said influencers could damage people's mental health. I don't agree with that argument. We need to consider another aspect, namely the psychological well-being of society. Are you serious that the existence of social media influencers can only damage people's mentality? Let's check what teenagers think about it. Most social media users are teenagers, and most of them think that social media influencers can develop their confidence to relate socially and become more motivated. From the results of research conducted by Asrini Mahdia entitled The Influence of Influencer Content in Social Media on Psychological Welfare of Adolescents, the results of the analysis found that very good social media influencer content had a frequency of 70%, good influencer content had a frequency of 58%, quite good influencer content has a frequency of 25%, poor and very bad influencer content has a frequency of 0%. Based on processing with correlation analysis between influencer content on social media and psychological well-being, a correlation result of 0.63 is obtained at a significant level of 1%. These results indicate that there is a significant positive relationship between influencer content on social media and psychological well-being. This means that the more teenagers watch influencer content displayed on social media, the higher their psychological well-being will be. A psychology student at University X with the initial IU revealed that the more she saw content from influencers, the longer she wanted to live like influencers. IU also stated that aside from negative feelings and emotions after watching her favorite influencers' content, she actually felt more confident, happier, more motivated to socialize, and she also felt more able to develop herself. Second, I support LO's argument that social media influencers can increase brand awareness. With influencers, it can help improve community business, which will affect the performance of a business so that it grows rapidly in the market. The selection of influencers is not because they have a large number of followers, but influencers often use their own way of promoting products through soft selling, which can later become testimonials to increase the trust of their followers. This certainly can increase brand awareness of the product. Furthermore, besides being able to increase brand awareness, in my opinion, the existence of social media influencers can also increase public awareness of the environment. Influencers use their social media to influence others who follow them on social media. The influence spread by influencers is in the form of their thoughts. These thoughts can be fixed on an object or on an event that is happening around them. There are many things influencers can do, not solely for brand promotion, but an influencer can also show his actions towards environmental concern. Environmental problems have become a hot issue lately. Global warming continues to increase, air pollution that suffocates people in it, water pollution that kills the biota in it is a serious problem. It invites people's empathy to start preserving the earth. Public campaigns on environmental issues are often held, starting from the campaign to reduce plastic to the movement to clean up the environment. Influencer is a party that carries out individual campaigns. They share their thoughts on environmental issues. With these influencers thinking it has an impact on the behavior of their followers on social media. From research conducted by Anissa Febianti entitled Rhetoric of Influencers of the Environmental Care Movement, result of the research shows that there are already several influencers who care about environmental issues and create social campaigns. One of the influencers who created campaigns on environmental issues is Al-Karim. She realized the social campaign by holding a photo competition. The photo competition invites the public to take photos before and after cleaning the environment. The contest was held on the Twitter platform. Anyone can take part in the photo competition. The prizes given to the winners of the contest were quite fantastic. A lot of people who took part in the competition. It can be said that she success in making a social campaign by raising the issue of environmental problems. This social campaign was also carried out in a unique way. However, the main objective of the campaign remains contained. From this evidence, Aukarin as an influencer not only conveys her thoughts for business purposes, but also regarding the events around her. Seeing his background as a volunteer, she has a high sense of concern for the environment, and she can influence the community to increase their concern for the environment. Once again, we oppose the government team and support influencers in spreading positivity. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Adinda Valentina from government team as a member of government. I want to review the DLO argument that influencer can help improve community business. Next, I will support the DPM argument and I will present mine. I disagree with DLO's argument that influencers can help improve community business due to the widespread coverage in the media about a number of artists and influencers who were contacted to support or promote the Omnibus Law on the Job Creation Bill, Wednesday, 26 August 2020, at the Parliament building, through a video with the hashtag Indonesia Butuh Kerja on their Instagram account. Vice Chairman of the PKS faction, Sukamta, stated that it was very regrettable if artists and influencers were used for the purpose of building political opinion on policies that were considered controversial or problematic by the public. I think that this case provides insight that influencers are not always able to help improve community business, for example, being used as a positive political tool to lead public opinion on government issues that are being debated. Clearly, this is unethical. I hope the government doesn't just use influencer. Furthermore, this member of the Republic of Indonesia from Yogyakarta gave positive appreciation to a number of artists who had clarified, apologized, and also returned the money that they got related to the Indonesia Butuh Kerja post. Heard them say that didn't know anything about if uploads costing 10 million rupiah per post turned out to be politically meant. This shows that this activity is not transparent even though it uses a large budget. I support DPM's argument which states that influencer can limit people's health. In my opinion, the content delivered by influencer is not always positive or healthy. Many influencers promote materialism and consumerism, encouraging their followers to buy products that they don't necessarily need or cannot afford, lead to unhealthy behavior. Influencers can also have a negative impact on the mental health of young people. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive, and many young people spend hours scrolling through their feeds, comparing themselves to others, and end up feeling inadequate. In a journal entitled The Dark Side of Social Media Contact Effect on the Relationship Between Materialism and Consumption Behavior, which contains customers who always have access to social media via smartphone, in contextual settings of time, place, and even different states of mind. Messages from brands or users can reach users at any time. According to Joyce and Harvard, television programming prepares audience for when they will see an ad by showing it between shows, whereas social media advertising messages have varying degrees of ad placement that affect users in greater depth depending on their emotional state of mind. As such, the practice of social media marketing targets individual users directly in intimate and private settings and has the potential to have a higher level of impact in creating materialistic desires, which in turn result in an increase in consumption patterns in the marketplace. When 2015 said testing and examining 3 different negative consumption behaviors is justified in this study because we want to get a comprehensive picture of materialism, attitudes, and the intensity impact of social media and different types of consumption behavior.
Impulse buying is more related to external triggers that stimulate the individual's impulsive nature, giving rise to the urge to buy. Furthermore, adjustment of advertising, promoting, selling, and shopping environment all contribute to increasing a person's impulsiveness, which leads to an impulsive to buy. This is often the case for online consumers with high social media intensity, especially filled with influencers who are constantly seen on social media pages who are often exposed to promotion and advertising materials. I hope consumers may experience short-term and temporary benefits after being rewarded for their action. The pleasurable effect web gives impulsive buyers the means to modify and enhance their mood, at least for the time being. For all that I have explained, we stand on the motion and we regret the social media influence. Thank you.
I'm Vera, oviliawati. As a member of the opposition team, we would like to refute MJ argument that through the video with the hashtag Indonesia Butuh Kerja on their Instagram account, the deputy chairperson of the PKS fraction Sukamta stated that it was very regrettable if artists and influencers were used for the purpose of building political opinion on policies that we are considered controversial or troubled by society. This phenomenon is quite interesting considering that currently influencers are often involved in the contemporary political system. In simple terms, David Aston 1009 and 165 has described the policy process as a political system. The scheme presented by Aston in the decision or policy-making process is input, process, output, and feedback. In substance, influencers can become actors in the input and feedback process in the policy-making process. The input process is described as an input, the term support and demand that emerge from the public to pressure relevant stakeholders to produce an ideal decision or policy. Influencer as a form of civil society in influencing government policy through a large number of followers on social media such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. Influencers become actors who can voice the interests of society in the form of supports and demand without a tendency to lean towards anything other than conveying inspiration for the community and being neutral. Of course, in their own way, such as using creativity and in a language that is more easily understood by the wider community. The method used by influencers who are classified as preacher will definitely be different from the method used by academic or non-governmental organizations which generally also participate in the same input process. Furthermore, in the pattern of good governance as a political system, there is a triangular patterns power, namely government, private sector, and civil society. In driving the policy process, the three actors have a very important role. Then the presence of the influencer has a positive meaning for activists or democracy activists for who are in civil society groups. I support LO's argument that influencer marketing makes your product the center of attention. This audience helps build credibility and trust. When they recommend or promote a particular product, followers tend to trust it and take it as a suggestion from someone they follow and admire. Recommendation from influencer can provide justification and generate strong interest from followers to try the product. In my opinion, influencers are also very interesting because they have income that start from passion. The income of an influencer can be underestimated, especially if the influencer has an extraordinary number of followers and viewers from the social media account. The content of each influencer often start from the passion they share.
have. One example is if you feel you are good at cooking, then create cooking content that is interesting and unique from others so that the net citizens are interested. Usually, influencers work a lot on YouTube and TikTok to get material benefits. It is known that the income from this content can reach hundreds of millions of rupiah. Apart from that, the influencer world connection has a perceived collaboration between vloggers. Sometimes vloggers are different types. Yes, that's proof of the connection an influencer has. The influencer social circle will expand this scope due to the need for variation in collaborative content, business, or other things. We are against the policy and I agree this host does not spare social media influencers. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone who has delivered their best arguments. I'm Muhammad Sefudin. As the government lead, I would like to give responses to previous arguments. First, members of the opposition think that being a social media influencer is an interesting profession because it can be one that is aligned with passion. It is true. However, the content shared by social media influencers do not truly benefit their viewers. Most of their content on social media is not verified or based on accurate facts. It can lead to spread of misinformation or manipulation. Social media can also be a place where people spread negative content, such as harassment, humiliation, or intimidation. This kind of content can harm or damage someone's reputation. In addition, some content on social media may be meaningless or even annoying, such as spam, irrelevant ad links, or content flooding user feeds. Apart from the content side, many social media users are often unaware of how much personal information is shared online. This can increase the risk of identity theft, misuse of personal data, or other cyber attacks. Then, social media can also have an impact on the formation of narrow opinions. Social media often reinforce double filters, where individuals are only exposed to views that are similar to their own. This can lead to a lack of holistic understanding of complex issues and reduce dialogue and social cohesion. This cannot be separated from the influence of social media influencers who discuss this matter. Secondly, I agree with what conveyed by member of government that the emergence of social media influencers can have an impact on disrupting consumption patterns of social media users. Endorsement made by social media influencers can influence individuals to buy goods or services they don't really need. Content that is designed to be attractive and trigger desire can stimulate impulsive behavior. Social media influencers often promote certain products or lifestyle to their followers. This can affect the consumption patterns of users, prompting them to buy things they don't need or to feel dissatisfied with what they have. Examples can be taken from unboxing content and product reviews. Content that purchases unboxing and product reviews on social media can trigger a desire to own something new. Seeing other people open a new product or leave positive reviews about a particular product can generate an urge to buy that item, regardless of the actual need. Therefore, it is important for individuals to develop strong self-awareness, the ability to manage finance wisely, and the ability to recognize real needs in order to avoid the traps of consumptive behavior that may be triggered by social media content. In conclusion, the emergence of social media influencers provides many benefits for social media users. However, social media can also be a bad influence for its users. Not all social media influencers present useful content for viewers, and infrequently, social media influencers spread false information. Social media enables the rapid dissemination of information, but also increases the risk of spreading fake news or hoax. This can cause people to believe incorrect information and have a negative impact on their perception of an issue or an individual. Even more so if a person conveying this is a social media influencer who in fact have a big influence on his viewers. Then social media users have a tendency to follow every activity of social media influencers. This will lead to disruption in mental health. Excessive use of social media can contribute to mental health problems such as addiction, depression, anxiety, and feelings of low self-esteem. The constant social media comparisons to other people's life, which is often well created on social media, can also affect one's self-perception and self-worth. In addition, social media can play a role in influencing the consumptive nature of its users. Social media often creates a consumer culture where ownership of certain goods is a measure of success or social status. Social media influencers often post photos of themselves with lavish items or tempting lifestyles, which can trigger a desire to own the same. The urge to show off a consumptive lifestyle can influence one's buying decision. It is crucial to approach social media influencer with a critical mindset, recognizing the potential drawbacks and evaluating the authenticity and reliability of the content they produce. Additionally, promoting digital literacy and encouraging users to create their social media experience can help mitigate some of the drawbacks associated with the rise of influencers.
I'm Seva as opposition leader. I disagree with what member government conclude because I believe influencers can have a positive role in supporting public health through education, spreading positive information, and providing access to news research. However, it is important for the public to remain critical, conduct their own research, and consult with medical professionals before making decisions and that impact their health. Influencers have a unique opportunity to provide relevant and educational information about health to their followers. Many influencers take their responsibility seriously and collaborate with medical personnel or nutrition experts to deliver accurate and evidence-based message. In this way, influencers can provide valuable guidance for public health. Many influencers use their platform to advocate for a healthy lifestyle, including exercise, balanced nutrition, and self-care. In some cases, influencers who share personal stories about their struggle with mental health or specific medical conditions can provide support and inspire others who are going through similar experience. This can help reduce the stigma surrounding health issues and provide motivation for those in need. According to me, the argument presented by MO is stronger than RO because when someone can combine their passion for a particular topic with learning or living, it reflects an appealing sense of life and success for many people. It also shows that their lives are focused on things they love, which can inspire others to pursue success in things they are passionate about. Influencers who make money from their passion can inspire and motivate others. They prove that it's possible to make a living by doing what we love. Through their content, they can share their experience, provide advice, and offer valuable insight to their followers. Their success is tangible evidence that passion and hard work can yield results, which can motivate others to pursue their own dreams. The essence of the opposition team's argument state that social media influencers can enhance their awareness, their creativity to generate income, and also public awareness of the environment. Through their use of social media, influencers can effectively promote products in a more subtle way and generate testimonials that enhance the trust of their followers. Additionally, influencers can also influence the public with their thought, including environmental issues. They can hold social campaigns and participate in activities aimed at saving in the environment. For example, influencers like Australian can organize photo competition that encourage the community to clean up the environment and raise awareness of environmental issues. Thus, influencers can play a significant role in raising brand awareness and public awareness of environmental issues. Thank you.